In a small village nestled within the verdant hills of Africa, there lived a young woman named Amina. Known for her vibrant spirit and unwavering strength, Amina had always been a source of inspiration to the people of her community. She was a skilled weaver, creating beautiful tapestries that depicted the rich heritage of her people. Her work was admired far and wide, attracting traders and travelers to the village. Amina was married to a kind and gentle man named Kofi. Their love story was the talk of the village, a testament to their deep bond and mutual respect. They had been trying to start a family for several years, and their joy knew no bounds when Amina finally became pregnant. The entire village celebrated the news, anticipating the arrival of a new life that would continue their legacy. However, as the months turned into a year and then nearly two, Amina's pregnancy defied all natural laws. Concern and curiosity spread through the village like wildfire. The elders, with their vast knowledge of traditional medicine and law, were baffled. They performed rituals, prayed to the ancestors, and consulted the stars, yet no answers emerged. Amina remained calm, trusting that her body and the child within her had their own mysterious reasons. During this extended pregnancy, Amina's strength and resilience became legendary. She continued her weaving, producing some of her most intricate and beautiful works. Her art seemed to reflect the profound changes she was experiencing, with vibrant colors and complex patterns that spoke of life, hope, and endurance. One crisp morning, as the first rays of sunlight kissed the village, Amina felt a stirring within her, unlike anything she had felt before. It was as if her entire being was in tune with the rhythms of the earth. She knew that the time had come. She called for Kofi, and together they prepared for the arrival of their child. The village midwife, Mama Juma, a woman with decades of experience and wisdom, arrived at their home. She looked into Amina's eyes and saw a depth of calm and assurance that reassured her. With a nod, she began the preparations, her hands moving with practiced ease. As the hours passed, the atmosphere in the small hut grew intense. The villagers gathered outside, offering their prayers and support. The sun set, casting a warm golden hue over the landscape. Amina's labor was long and arduous, yet she remained steadfast, her spirit unbroken. Finally, as the moon reached its zenith, a baby's cry pierced the night. Amina and Kofi welcomed their firstborn, a beautiful baby girl with eyes that sparkled like the stars. The village erupted in joyous celebration, their hearts filled with gratitude and wonder. But the miracle was not over. Amina felt another stir within her. The midwife, sensing something extraordinary, instructed her to rest and gather her strength. For the next 24 hours, Amina experienced a calm unlike any she had known. She felt an overwhelming sense of peace and fulfillment, as if the universe itself was cradling her and her newborn child. The following night, under the same starry sky, Amina went into labor once more. This time, the process was swift and smooth, as if guided by an unseen hand. She gave birth to a second child, a healthy baby boy, whose cry echoed his sister's from the night before. The village was astounded. Twins born on separate days was unheard of, a sign of something truly miraculous. The elders declared it a blessing from the ancestors, a rare and powerful event that would be remembered for generations. Amina and Kofi named their children Nia and Nuru, meaning purpose and light in their native tongue. The twins grew strong and healthy, embodying the unique and wondrous nature of their birth. Their story spread far beyond the vibrant village of Amina's home was abuzz with the tale of her miraculous pregnancy and the unique birth of her twins, Nia and Nuru. The story had spread far and wide, capturing the imagination of people from distant lands. Scholars, healers, and curious travelers flocked to the village, eager to witness the wonder and learn from the wisdom that seemed to flow from Amina and her extraordinary children. Nia and Nuru, despite being twins born on different days, shared an uncanny connection. They communicated in ways that often baffled those around them, understanding each other without the need for words. Their bond was palpable, a silent symphony of mutual understanding and shared experiences. The villagers watched in awe as the twins grew, their unique talents becoming more apparent with each passing day. Nia, with her keen intellect and compassionate heart, showed an early interest in healing. She spent hours with Mama Juma, learning the secrets of herbs, roots, and traditional medicine. Her touch was soothing, her presence calming. People from neighboring villages began to seek her out, drawn by her reputation as a healer with a gift beyond her years. Nuru, on the other hand, exhibited a natural affinity for the land. He could coax life from the most barren soil, making plants flourish with an almost magical touch. Under his care, the village fields produced bountiful harvests, ensuring that no one went hungry. His knowledge of the earth and its rhythms was unparalleled, and he often spoke of the voices he heard in the wind and the songs sung by the trees. One day, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm orange glow over the village, a group of elders gathered at Amina and Kofi's home. They had come to discuss an important matter, one that they believed was crucial for the future of their community. "These children," began Elder Kwame, his voice resonant with the wisdom of his years, "are a gift to us all. Their abilities are beyond anything we have seen. It is time we consider how best to guide them, to ensure they use their gifts for the greater good." Amina nodded, her gaze steady and thoughtful. She had always known that her children were destined for something remarkable. "What do you propose, Elder Kwame?" "We must teach them not only the ways of our village but also the wisdom of the world beyond," he replied. "They should learn from the scholars and healers who visit us, and they should also travel to other lands to gain knowledge and experience." Kofi, ever the supportive partner, agreed. "Our village will benefit from the knowledge they bring back. Let us prepare them for this journey of learning and growth." And so it was decided. Nia and Nuru would embark on a path that would take them beyond the borders of their village. Under the guidance of the elders, they began their preparations. Scholars shared their books and teachings, while healers imparted their knowledge of distant lands and cultures. The twins embraced their lessons with enthusiasm, their minds like sponges soaking up every bit of information. As Nia and Nuru prepared for their travels, the village gathered to bid them farewell. The twins stood at the center of the village square, surrounded by friends, family, and neighbors who had come to wish them well. Drums beat rhythmically, and traditional songs filled the air, a celebration of their impending adventure and a reminder of the love and support that awaited their return. Their first destination was the great city of Timbuktu, a renowned center of learning and culture. The journey took many days, and along the way, they marveled at the diverse landscapes and vibrant communities they encountered. From lush forests to arid deserts, each new environment offered its own unique challenges and lessons. Upon their arrival in Timbuktu, the twins were welcomed by scholars who had heard of their extraordinary birth and gifts. They were given access to the ancient manuscripts housed in the city's famous libraries. Nia immersed herself in the study of medical texts, learning about the healing practices of different cultures. She discovered new herbs, techniques, and philosophies that expanded her understanding and enhanced her abilities. Nuru, fascinated by the agricultural knowledge preserved in the manuscripts, learned about innovative farming methods and the intricate balance of ecosystems. He spent time with local farmers, exchanging ideas and discovering ways to improve crop yields and sustain the land's fertility. As they delved deeper into their studies, Nia and Nuru formed bonds with other students and scholars. They exchanged stories and knowledge, their minds and hearts opening to the vast tapestry of human experience. The city of Timbuktu became a second home, a place where they could grow and thrive. One evening, as the twins sat by the banks of the Niger River, reflecting on their experiences, an elderly man approached them. His eyes twinkled with wisdom and kindness, and he introduced himself as Baba Yaro, a revered storyteller and sage. "I have heard of your journey and the gifts you possess," he said, his voice gentle yet commanding. "There is much you have learned, but there is also much you have yet to discover. Knowledge is not just in books and fields, but in the hearts and minds of people." Baba Yaro shared with them stories from his own travels, tales of distant lands, and the profound lessons he had learned from different cultures. His stories were rich with wisdom, teaching Nia and Nuru about compassion, resilience, and the interconnectedness of all life. Inspired by Baba Yaro's words, the twins decided to continue their exploration, seeking out more diverse sources of knowledge and experience. They traveled to the bustling markets of Marrakesh, where they learned about trade, commerce, and the art of negotiation. They visited the coastal towns of East Africa, where they studied the maritime traditions and the intricate relationships between humans and the sea. In every place they visited, Nia and Nuru left a lasting impression. They shared their knowledge and skills, helping communities improve their health and agricultural practices. In return, they gained insights and perspectives that enriched their own understanding. As they traveled, they encountered various challenges that tested their resolve and ingenuity. They faced droughts, sickness, and conflicts, but their bond and the support of the people they met helped them overcome these obstacles. Each challenge became a lesson, each victory a testament to their growth and resilience. After many months of exploration, Nia and Nuru felt a deep longing to return to their village. They had gathered a wealth of knowledge and experiences, and they were eager to share them with their community. With hearts full of gratitude and minds brimming with ideas, they began their journey back home. The village welcomed them with open arms, celebrating their return with music, dance, and feasting. Nia and Nuru shared their stories and teachings, enriching the lives of back in the village. Nia and Nuru's return was more than just a homecoming. Their presence infused the community with a renewed sense of purpose and excitement. The elders convened to hear the twins' tales and to integrate their newfound wisdom into the village's way of life. One evening, as the stars shimmered above the village, a council of elders and villagers gathered around a central fire. The flickering flames illuminated their faces, a symbol of the shared knowledge and the warmth of community spirit. Elder Kwame, with a solemn yet hopeful expression, addressed the assembly. Nia and Nuru have brought back treasures of knowledge that will benefit us all. It is our duty to listen, learn, and grow from their experiences, he said, his voice resonating with the gravity of the moment. Nia stepped forward, her eyes reflecting the fire's glow. We have seen many lands and learned much, but the most important lesson is the value of unity and compassion. Let us share with you what we have discovered. The village listened intently as Nia and Nuru recounted their experiences. They spoke of the advanced medical practices they had encountered, the innovative agricultural techniques, and the diverse cultural philosophies. Nia demonstrated new healing methods, blending traditional remedies with the knowledge she had acquired. Nuru explained crop rotation and water conservation techniques that would ensure bountiful harvests even in times of drought. The villagers embraced these teachings with enthusiasm, eager to apply them to their daily lives. The once simple village began to flourish in new ways, with fields yielding more crops and people experiencing better health and vitality. The sense of community deepened as everyone worked together, inspired by the twins' wisdom. One day, while Nuru was tending to the fields, he noticed a young girl watching him intently. Her name was Kessie, and she had always been curious and observant. "Nuru, can you teach me how to listen to the land like you do?" she asked, her eyes wide with wonder. Nuru smiled, sensing the same curiosity and passion in Kessie that had driven him. "Of course, Kessie. The land speaks to those who are willing to listen. Come, I will show you." Under Nuru's guidance, Kessie learned to read the subtle signs of the earth, the way the wind rustled through the crops, the feel of the soil, the scent of the air. She quickly became adept at understanding the land's needs, her youthful energy complementing Nuru's experience. Meanwhile, Nia found a protege in a young boy named Jabari, whose name meant brave. Jabari had a natural inclination towards helping others and was fascinated by Nia's healing abilities. Nia took him under her wing, teaching him the delicate balance of herbs and the art of healing. Jabari's hands became as skilled as his mentors, his heart filled with the same compassion that drove Nia. As the seasons changed, the village thrived under the influence of Nia and Nuru's teachings. New structures were built, fields expanded, and the community's health improved. The villagers celebrated their successes with festivals that honored the twins and their remarkable contributions. One evening, as the villagers gathered for a harvest festival, a stranger arrived at the village gates. He was a tall man, draped in colorful robes that marked him as a traveler from distant lands. His name was Malik, and he carried stories of his own, tales of the vast savannas, bustling cities, and hidden oases he had encountered. Malik's arrival brought a new wave of excitement and curiosity to the village. He shared stories of places far beyond the horizons the villagers had known, sparking their imaginations and kindling a desire for further. As the village thrived under the influence of new knowledge and the spirit of unity, life took on a harmonious rhythm. The community, once content in its simplicity, now buzzed with innovation and cultural exchange. Nia and Nuru had become pillars of wisdom, their insights and teachings woven into the fabric of daily life. One morning, a messenger arrived from a distant kingdom, bearing an invitation from King Adisa. Known for his wisdom and progressive leadership, the king had heard of the twins' remarkable abilities and wished to seek their counsel. The invitation was a great honor, and the village saw it as an opportunity to further strengthen their bonds with the wider world. Nia and Nuru, accompanied by a small group of villagers, set off towards the kingdom. The journey was filled with anticipation and a sense of purpose. They traveled through diverse landscapes, encountering various communities, each with its unique way of life. At each stop, they shared their knowledge and learned from the locals, leaving a trail of mutual respect and understanding. Upon reaching King Adisa's palace, they were welcomed with great fanfare. The king, a tall and regal figure, greeted them warmly. His court was a vibrant assembly of advisors, scholars, and artists from all corners of the realm. The twins were fascinated by the cultural diversity and the rich tapestry of traditions that flourished under the king's rule. King Adisa led them to a grand hall where he explained his vision for his kingdom. He sought to create a society that embraced knowledge, innovation, and cooperation. He believed that Nia and Nuru's experiences and insights could greatly contribute to this vision. The twins, inspired by the king's ideals, eagerly agreed to share their wisdom. Nia began by demonstrating advanced healing techniques, integrating traditional practices with the new methods she had learned. She trained the king's healers, who were amazed by the results. Diseases that had long plagued the kingdom began to diminish, and the overall health of the populace improved significantly. Nuru, meanwhile, collaborated with the kingdom's farmers and environmentalists. Together, they implemented sustainable agricultural practices that boosted crop yields and preserved the land's fertility. His understanding of nature's rhythms and his innovative approaches transformed the kingdom's agricultural landscape. The impact of their work was profound. The kingdom flourished, becoming a beacon of prosperity and harmony. King Adisa, grateful for the twins' contributions, declared a festival in their honor. The celebration was a magnificent affair, with music, dance, and feasting. People from all walks of life came to express their gratitude and admiration. As the festivities continued, Nia and Nuru found themselves drawn to the palace gardens, a serene haven away from the revelry. There, they encountered an old woman named Zuri, the royal gardener. Her hands were weathered, but her eyes sparkled with wisdom and kindness. Zuri had tended the gardens for decades, nurturing the plants with love and care. "You have brought great change to our kingdom," Zuri said, her voice soft and melodic. But the true essence of wisdom, life in the village, now vibrant with new ideas and practices, continued to evolve. The harmony between the people and their land grew stronger, reflecting a deep sense of unity and purpose. The influence of Nia and Nuru's experiences had transformed the community into a beacon of knowledge and cooperation. One tranquil morning, a visitor arrived at the village gates. She was a tall, elegant woman named Adanya, known across many lands for her expertise in water conservation and irrigation. She had heard of the remarkable twins and wished to share her knowledge, hoping to further enrich the village's prosperity. Adanya was welcomed warmly, and soon she was walking through the fields with Nuru. They spoke of water cycles, efficient irrigation systems, and ways to sustain crops during dry seasons. Nuru, always eager to learn, absorbed her teachings with enthusiasm. Together, they introduced new techniques that ensured even the driest fields flourished. Meanwhile, Nia spent her days with Adanya, learning about the medicinal properties of water and its role in healing. They devised methods to purify and enhance the village's water supply, ensuring that everyone had access to clean and healing water. The villagers were amazed by the improvements, and health and vitality became more pronounced. As time passed, Adanya became an integral part of the community. Her presence brought a new dimension to the village's knowledge, and her bond with Nia and Nuru grew strong. One evening, as they sat by the river, Adanya shared a story from her homeland. "In my village there is a sacred spring," she began, her voice carrying the weight of ancient tradition. "It is said that those who drink from it gain insight and clarity, seeing the world through the eyes of their ancestors." Nia and Nuru listened intently, their curiosity piqued. The idea of a place where the past and present converged fascinated them. Adanya's tales of the sacred spring resonated deeply, planting a seed of desire to visit and learn from it. With Adanya as their guide, they set off towards the distant village where the sacred spring flowed. The landscape shifted from lush forests to arid plains, each step bringing new sights and experiences. Along the way, they met various tribes, each contributing to their understanding of the interconnectedness of life. When they finally reached the village, they were greeted with a ceremony honoring their quest for knowledge. The elders, wise and serene, led them to the sacred spring, nestled within a grove of ancient trees. The air was thick with reverence, and the sound of water flowing was like a gentle whisper of the past. Nia, Nuru, and Adanya knelt by the spring and drank deeply. As the cool water touched their lips, a sense of clarity washed over them. Visions of ancestors, long-forgotten traditions, and ancient wisdom filled their minds. They saw the world through the eyes of those who had walked before them, understanding the profound connection between past and present. The experience at the sacred spring was transformative. They returned to the village with a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper understanding of their heritage. The knowledge gained from their journey, not explicitly called so, to the spring was shared with the villagers, further enriching the tapestry of wisdom that defined their community. With the help of Adanya, the village constructed a system of water channels inspired by the sacred spring, ensuring that every drop was cherished and utilized. These channels not only nourished the fields, but also symbolized the flow of knowledge and tradition through the community. As the seasons passed, the village continued to thrive, each new experience adding to the rich legacy of Nia and Nuru. Their journey, avoiding the explicit term, to the sacred spring had deepened their bond with their ancestors, grounding their innovations in a profound sense of history and purpose. The harmony between the people, the land, and their shared knowledge became a beacon of inspiration for all who heard their story. And so, the village lived on, a testament to the power of unity, wisdom, and the ever-flowing stream of life. With the arrival of the dry season, the village faced new challenges. The air grew hotter, and the river's flow diminished. Despite the innovations introduced by Nia, Nuru, and Adanya, the villagers were concerned about the scarcity of water. It was during these trying times that Nuru proposed a daring idea inspired by their visit to the sacred spring. "We need to build a reservoir," Nuru suggested one evening as the village council gathered, "a place where we can store water during the rainy season to sustain us through the droughts." The elders listened thoughtfully, recognizing the wisdom in Nuru's proposal. They agreed, and under Nuru's guidance, the village began constructing the reservoir. It was a monumental task, requiring the combined effort of everyone in the community. Men, women, and children all contributed, their collective strength and determination turning the vision into reality. As they worked, Nia organized a series of communal gatherings to bolster morale and ensure that everyone understood the importance of the project. She taught the villagers how to use the purified water efficiently, sharing insights from her studies with Adanya. Together, they ensured that no drop was wasted and that the community remained healthy and vibrant. One afternoon, while the sun blazed high in the sky, a group of travelers arrived at the village. They were led by an old woman named Amara, a renowned herbalist and storyteller. Her reputation for healing and her vast knowledge of plants had reached the village, and she was warmly welcomed. Amara marveled at the unity and progress she saw. She spent her days walking through the fields with Nuru, discussing the medicinal properties of various plants and how they could be integrated into the village's diet and healthcare practices. Her evenings were filled with storytelling, captivating the villagers with tales of her own adventures and the ancient wisdom she had gathered. One night, as the villagers gathered around the fire, Amara shared a story about a hidden oasis deep within the desert. "This oasis," she said, her voice low and melodic, "is known to few. Its waters are said to have extraordinary healing properties, and the plants that grow there are unlike any other." Intrigued by her tale, Nia and Nuru asked Amara to lead them to the oasis. With the elders' blessing and accompanied by a few villagers, they embarked on the expedition, guided by Amara's knowledge and the hope of finding new resources to help their village. The journey through the desert was arduous. The scorching sun and the endless dunes tested their endurance. But Amara's stories and the promise of the oasis kept their spirits high. They navigated the harsh terrain, relying on each other and the wisdom imparted by their guide. After days of travel, they finally arrived at the hidden oasis. It was a breathtaking sight, an emerald jewel nestled amidst the golden sands. The waters were cool and crystal clear, and the air was filled with the scent of exotic flowers. They drank deeply from the spring, feeling an immediate sense of rejuvenation. Amara showed them the unique plants that thrived in this secluded paradise. Nia collected samples and carefully documented their properties, eager to bring this newfound knowledge back to the village. Nuru studied the natural irrigation system that sustained the oasis, gaining insights that could be applied to their reservoir project. As they prepared to return, Amara imparted a final piece of wisdom. This oasis has thrived because of its balance with nature. Remember this harmony as you continue your work. Nature provides abundantly when treated with respect and care. The group returned to the village with renewed vigor and a wealth of new knowledge. The plants from the oasis were cultivated in the village gardens, their healing properties quickly proving invaluable. Nuru applied his observations from the oasis to improve the reservoir, ensuring a stable water supply even in the harshest conditions. As the years rolled by, the village evolved into a thriving hub of knowledge, innovation, and unity. Nia and Nuru, now wise leaders in their own right, continued to inspire and guide their people, ensuring that the community's spirit of resilience and cooperation never waned. One day, a group of travelers arrived from the distant city of If, known for its rich history and cultural heritage. Among them was a young artist named Ayo, whose talent for capturing the essence of life in his paintings was renowned far and wide. He had heard of the village's remarkable transformation and wished to document its story through his art. Ayo was welcomed with open arms, and he spent weeks living among the villagers, observing their way of life and listening to their stories. He was deeply moved by the harmony he witnessed, the seamless blend of tradition and innovation that defined the village. During his stay, Ayo painted a series of murals on the walls of the village's central gathering place. Each mural depicted a different aspect of the community's journey, from the miraculous birth of Nia and Nuru to the construction of the reservoir and the introduction of new agricultural practices. His work was a visual testament to the village's resilience and growth, a source of inspiration for all who saw it. As the final mural was completed, the village organized a grand festival to celebrate their shared achievements and to honor Ayo's contribution. The air was filled with music, dance, and the laughter of children. The murals, vibrant and full of life, stood as a symbol of the village's enduring spirit and the boundless possibilities of the future. Elder Kwame, whose wisdom had guided the village through many challenges, addressed the gathering. "These murals are not just paintings," he said, his voice strong and clear. "They are our story, our legacy. They remind us of where we have come from and inspire us to keep striving for a better future." As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the village, Nia and Nuru stood before the murals, reflecting on their incredible journey. They knew that their work was far from over, but they also recognized the profound impact they had made. With the village now a beacon of hope and progress, scholars, healers, and innovators from across the land came to learn and share their knowledge. The community became a center of learning, where ideas flowed freely and everyone contributed to the common good. In the years that followed, the village continued to flourish. New generations grew up with a deep appreciation for their heritage and a strong sense of community. The teachings of Nia and Nuru, enriched by the wisdom of their mentors and the experiences of their travels, formed the foundation of a thriving, harmonious society. The legacy of Amina and Kofi, who had instilled in their children the values of love, resilience, and unity, lived on through Nia and Nuru. Their story was told and retold, a cherished tale that inspired countless others to seek knowledge, embrace change, and work together for a brighter future. As the village looked to the horizon, the spirit of adventure and discovery that had always driven Nia and Nuru remained alive. They knew that the world was full of wonders waiting to be explored, and with each new day, they embraced the endless possibilities that lay ahead. And so, the village thrived, its people united by a shared vision of harmony, growth, and boundless potential. The story of Nia and Nuru, born on different days but forever intertwined, became a legend that echoed through the ages, a testament to the power of unity and the enduring strength of the human spirit.